This is a Sai Shravan. I am working as a Java trainer in the SLA team. Today we are going to discuss about the Java technology. So first we have to know what is meant by Java technology. So each and every students are learning the programming languages. So there are so many programming languages in the market. Why particularly the students are going to choose the Java programming? So there is some reason for that. What is that reason? So what are the behind that reasons? So we are going to see now. First of all, so we have to know what are the applications we are using with the help of the Java technology in our real-time environment. So first come to our real-time environment. In our real-time environment, we are using the Android phones. We are using the which phones present in our desk? All the phones are using by Android application. So that Android application should be developed by using the Java programming. So next if you go for the .NET technology. So what is the difference between the Java and .NET? So there is not any major difference in Java and .NET. Both are same technologies. But what is required for you? You can learn the technology directly. Now coming to our Java technology. So what are the advantages of our Java technology? So it is a secure language. And what is the main advantage of our Java means it is an object-oriented programming language. What is the use of the object-oriented programming? So it's a code reusability. So once if you write the code and we can execute anywhere. So that is called the object-oriented programming. So once we can write the code and we can execute anywhere. Like we are having the different operating systems. Like Windows is one of the operating system, Linux is one of the operating system, Mac, Ubuntu. There are a lot of operating systems is there. So we can run in any environment. So that is one of the name is called platform independent language. So Java is a platform independent language. That is one of the advantage of the Java programming. So next, what are all the technologies will come under the Java? Now I will give some brief idea. So if you want to learn the Android, so definitely you should know the idea of the Java programming. So if you want to learn the Selenium, so definitely we require the knowledge of the Java programming. So if you want to learn the Hadoop, so definitely we require the knowledge of the Java programming. So then come to the Salesforce. So now it is presently trending going on Salesforce, Hadoop. So for these two also we have to learn the Java programming. So not fully Java programming, so we require the core Java knowledge. So if you want to learn these technologies, we require the core Java knowledge. So etc. we can give. There are so many languages is there. So next, this is apart from the core Java. This is apart from the core Java. So for all these, core Java is required. But some people may raise a question. So sir, I want to become a pure Java developer. So for the pure Java developer, so not only this core Java knowledge you require, so we have to come to the advanced Java. So next, Spring. So next, Hibernate. So etc. So these are all the programming we have to learn after learning the core Java. So normally with the help of the core Java, we can do all these applications. Just basics is required. If you want to go as a purely Java developer, so definitely after the core Java, you have to learn advanced Java, you have to learn Spring, you have to learn Hibernate, some web services is there. So all this programming knowledge we require. Next, coming to the Java history. So there is a small history for the Java programming. Java first came into the market in the name of not Java, in the name of the Vogue in the year 1991. So first Java came into the market in the year 1991 with the name of Vogue programming. So after the Vogue, again they redeveloped our application in the year 1995. In between they did some modifications and everything. So is also one of the programming. So before the Java name. So who developed this application means James Gosling. James Gosling. He developed the Java application. And what is the company name? So Sun Microsystems. Sun Microsystems. So now Sun Microsystem is going to undertake with the help of the Oracle Corporation. Oracle Corporation. Definitely, if you want to learn the Java, so some prerequisites will be there. So what are the prerequisites means? C, C++. Here, there may be a chance without learning C, C++ also, we can learn directly the Java programming. So I am giving some hope. Without learning C, C++ also, we can learn the Java programming. Now, C. Coming to the C. This is our first programming language in our market. This C is a first programming language. C is a structured oriented programming language. What is the difference between the structure oriented and object oriented? Up to now, we just seen about the Java. It's like an object oriented programming. So what is the difference between the structure oriented and object oriented? So structure oriented. So it will follow one structure. Structure oriented is like it depends upon one particular structure. So object oriented. So our Java programming is an object oriented programming. So object. What is meant by this object? So by using the object, we can reuse our code. So we can reuse. So by using the object, we can reuse our code. So first, object-oriented programming structure. In that first step, we have to learn. So what is a class? So first step, we have to learn what is a class. So what are the main concepts we are focusing on is inheritance. Next, polymorphism. So next, abstraction. So next, encapsulation. So next, what is meant by function? What is meant by method? So these are all the topics we can cover in the object-oriented programming. And one more main thing, here Java is a high-level programming language. Java is a high-level programming language. High-level programming language. And C, C++ are the low-level programming languages. So these are all the concepts, whatever we are using the daily environment. So same thing. So for example, daily we are using the ATM. So in ATM, we are using the withdraw method, balance inquiry. So all the methods will become and designed with the help of the object oriented only. Nothing but. How our Java program will work. So whenever if you want to write the Java programming. So first our Java programming will be starts with a class. So whenever you are writing the Java programming, first it is going to start with a class. Next we have to represent the class name. So for example, I have given a class name. So my class and class name. We can consider this class is like a keyword. This class is like a keyword. So next, so now I am writing the class and class. So after the class, we have to represent the curly braces. In curly braces, we are using one method. So that method name is called public static void main. So this method is a predefined method. string array articles. So this is a method. So next one statement we are using. So that statement is called system.out.println. So inside this, just I am writing one program called. So this is the structure of our programming. First, class. Whatever I am writing in our programming, so definitely you have to write inside the class. After the class, we have to open one curly brace. Next, we have to write a method. Inside the method, we have to write our coding structure. Now, I will explain how this program will be worked. Now, I written normally inside the board. So, if you want to write inside the system, so definitely we require some software requirements. For Java, definitely we require the software. So what are the software requirements for the Java? So compiler, editor, and JVM. So compiler. So what is meant by compiler? So whatever the code I written. So first, with the help of the compiler, it will compile my program. So compiler is going to work with the help of the command called Java C. Java C is like a command name to compile our Java programming. So after the compilation, it will check whether if I did any mistakes or not. So if there is no mistakes is there in my program, automatically it will execute our programming. So for running that programming, we require this JVM. So JVM is Java Virtual Machine. Java Virtual Machine. So what is the use of this virtual machine? Normally, there are different languages is there. Some people will speak Tamil, some people will speak English, some people will speak Telugu. So same like that, Java is also having some language. So that language name is called bytecode. So the Java language name is called bytecode. The language name of the Java is called bytecode. So whatever the code I am writing, so that is understandable by the machine. If you want to understand for the Java programmer, so this JVM is going to help to convert this machine code into the bytecode. So that is the use of the bytecode. So how it will compile the bytecode? With the help of one file. So that file name is called class file. The file name is called the class file. So with the help of the class file, it is going to compile our code into the bytecode. So for that, one more software we require. So that software name is called the JRE. So this JRE is nothing but Java Runtime Environment. Java Runtime Environment. So however, I written the code, it was to print in my output definitely in hello. It was to print in my output hello. So for that, we require the runtime environment. So that runtime environment is nothing but JRE, Java Runtime Environment. So editor is nothing but whatever we are writing the code. So we are writing with the help of the Notepad++. So we are writing the coding here. So these are called the editors. In previous days, we are using these editors. Presently, now the technology is growing or not. No need to use these editors like a Notepad and Notepad++. If you want to use, we can use. Or otherwise, we can come to the IDEs. We can come to the IDEs. What is meant by IDE? Integrated Development Environment. Integrated Development Environment. What are the IDEs we are using? Eclipse, NetBeans, etc. Eclipse, NetBeans, etc. There are so many IDEs there. Just for examples, Eclipse and NetBeans. So this is the flow of our programming. So if you want to see this one in a diagrammatically, first I am writing Java source code. This is a Java source code. So internally it will go to the compiler. compiler. So what compiler will do, whether I have written the correct code or not. So then it will change this one into the bytecode. Then it will change this code into the bytecode. How? With the help of the class file. With the help of the class file. So it will change. After that, who is going to help? JRE is going to be helped. So Java runtime environment. So finally it is going to print in the hello. So from writing the source code to finally I want to print output hello. This is a process is going up. So this is a general process how the program is internally working. Java source code, compiler. So compiler is going to convert our machine code to bytecode and finally it is going to execute our output. So this is the flow of our Java programming. Next, we seen what are the softwares we require to run the Java. What are the softwares up to now we seen? JRE, JVM, editor, compiler. So finally we can say all these things under one main software. So the software name is called the JDK. So once if you download this JDK kit, the JRE, JDK will come automatically to your system. So this JDK is an open source software. This JDK is an open source software. So automatically we can download from the internet. So presently 8th version, 9th version. So any version we can download. Next. Now one word came as a version. So what is meant by version? So versions is like an updations of our programming. So versions is like an updations of our programming. So example, take one app called WhatsApp. So in WhatsApp, so first what we did, just we text the message and we send to the another person. After updating, so we got video call, we got audio call. Next, presently we are using the group video calls. So whenever they introduce the WhatsApp, these are all not available. So in the different versions it came. So same like our Java programming also. Whenever they introduced in the year 1995, first they released one version. That version name is called Alpha Beta version. Alpha Beta version. After that 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 like that up to 10 versions they released. So in different versions some modifications came. What are the topics unwanted? They removed. So all these are all updated with the help of the versions. Now mainly the people will get doubt. Java J2EE. So what is meant by this J2EE? So what is meant by Java? So this J2EE is nothing but advanced Java. This J2EE is nothing but advanced Java. This normal Java is nothing but core Java. So these are the normal usernames by our. So whenever if I want to learn the Java programming, simply I can say as a core Java with advanced Java. But actually the original names of this Java is J2SE. So J2SE means standard edition. So next J2EE. So J2EE means enterprise edition. So J2EE means micro edition. So I told in the first picture Java is usually going to with the help of the Android applications as well as Spring Hibernate Advanced Java. No? So that Advanced Java will come under the J2EE. So core Java will come under the J2SE. So Android. So Android Java will come under the J2ME edition. And one more main thing you have to know about the Java programming. So directly you are coming and learning the core Java with advanced Java. But first you have to know. So what is meant by that? So this is nothing but SCJP. So the course